Hey guys! In this video, we will look at the top 8 best tablets available on the market today. We made this list based on our own opinion, research, and customer reviews. We've considered their quality, features, and values when narrowing down the best choices possible. If you want more information and updated pricing on the products mentioned, check the links in the description box below. So, here are the top 8 tablets. Number 1, Apple iPad Air, 2020. The 2020 iteration of the iPad Air may be a little more expensive than the entry-level iPad, but you'll be rewarded with an iPad Pro level experience without the iPad Pro price tag. In our testing, the iPad Air performed better than almost any tablet ever, with the only match being Apple's latest Pro model. Like the Pro, the iPad Air is compatible with Apple's Magic Keyboard and Apple Pencil 2, both of which are accessories that help make the iPad Air a viable laptop replacement for many. That said, you don't have to buy those accessories to get a lot from the device, considering it offers excellent performance, a great display, an intuitive operating system, and more. That said, with the snappy A14 Bionic processor, the iPad Air should easily last at least 3 or 4 years, though many will be able to continue using it far beyond that time. Number 2, Apple iPad, 2020. You don't have to pay $500 for the iPad experience. The entry-level iPad may not have all the fancy bells and whistles offered by the iPad Air and iPad Pro, but it does still have the same software experience, a solid display, and great performance. In fact, if all you want your iPad for is web browsing, social media, streaming, and the odd game here and there, the entry-level iPad is probably the iPad to go for. The device doesn't have the edge-to-edge display on offer by other modern iPads, but it still looks great. Sure, the design is aging a bit, but many still prefer having a home button, and the build quality is still incredible, as you would expect from an Apple product. The LCD display doesn't have a high refresh rate, but it still boasts vivid colors and can get super bright. There are a few downsides to the entry-level iPad, despite its excellent value. As mentioned, the overall design is aging a little, and the processor is a few years old. That said, in this price range you really can't do better. Number 3, Apple iPad Pro, 2020. If you can stretch your budget and truly want the extra features, the iPad Pro is still worth considering. The device has an even bigger display than the iPad Air, coming in at either 11 inches or 12.9 inches, along with the same super slim squared-off design, a better camera, and a high refresh rate display. Paired with Apple's Magic Keyboard and Apple Pencil 2, and you've got a viable laptop replacement that can easily detach for basic tablet use, despite the fact that those accessories are pretty expensive. The tablet comes with up to 1 terabyte of storage, so you should have more than enough space for all your files. Perhaps one of the best things about the iPad Pro is its stunning display. It's not an OLED display, but it still offers super deep black levels and vibrant colors. Plus animations are smooth and the screen feels incredibly responsive thanks to the 120Hz refresh rate. The battery life is also solid. After a full 10-hour workday I still had 19% of the battery left, and in our battery test, which involves playing a video file on a loop at full brightness, the device lasted almost 8 hours. So what are the downsides? Well, the biggest is the price, with the iPad Pro starting at $800. Apart from that, however, you'd be hard-pressed to find anything wrong with the 2020 iPad Pro. So get your brand new product mentioned, check the links in the description box below. Number 4, Samsung Galaxy Tab S7. There aren't many companies making high-end Android or Chrome OS tablets these days. Even Google abandoned its 2-in-1 Pixel Slate tablet earlier this year. Despite this, Samsung decided to go all out with the Galaxy Tab S7 Plus. It's a tablet designed for use by pro users, with a price tag that makes it competitive with an iPad Pro. Unfortunately, while it outperforms anything on this list not made by Apple, it's plagued with a number of problems, both of Samsung's and Google's making, which make it a tougher sell at its price. The Tab S7 Plus is a pleasure to carry around and hold throughout a typical workday, despite its large size. The thin bezels surround its vibrant 12.4-inch Super AMOLED screen, which makes high-definition video content and games look fabulous. It's no slouch in the battery department, either. During our battery life test, it lasted over 8 hours of constant video playback. The tablet's operating system scales the size of these apps up to accommodate the size of the tablet's display, but it's a poor substitute for native tablet apps, the likes of which the iPad Air has in spades. Number 5, Amazon Fire 10 HD. If your tablet budget doesn't allow for the purchase of an Apple iPad or Samsung Galaxy Tab, Amazon's Fire 10 HD tablet could be the device you're looking for. While it's not made of shiny aluminum like our top picks, its plastic construction feels surprisingly sturdy and pleasant to hold. Available in multiple colors, the 10 HD is the largest tablet in Amazon's family of Fire devices. Measuring 10.3 by 6.3 by 0.4 inches and weighing just 17.4 ounces, it's easy to forget it's in your bag. However, during extended use, it was very easy to remember that the tablet was made of plastic, as our hands became damp with sweat over time, especially while streaming movies from a Plex server or locally stored video. Both cause the device's temperature to noticeably increase. This tablet comes with either 32 GB of storage or 64 GB. Fortunately, the 10 HD's storage can be expanded by an additional 512 GB, via a microSD card. It's nice to have this option, but with such low base storage options, you may feel forced to buy a microSD card to upgrade the tablet's storage to make it more usable, thus driving up the price of ownership. Number 6, Microsoft Surface Go. The Surface Go is a fabulous little computer for anyone looking for a lightweight, well-built device designed to handle productivity tasks and some very light gaming. Unfortunately, it's a lousy tablet. One of our testers owned a Surface Go, 8GB/128 GB, for over a year, finding it excels at handling word processing, email, scheduling, and even a bit of photo editing. If an application can be installed on Windows 10, it can be installed on the go. However, with the device's low-powered Intel Penguin Gold processor 4415Y, don't expect any fancy apps to run terribly well, if at all. It's possible to load Fallout 4 on Surface Go, for example. But with the game's graphics and draw distances turned down to the bare minimum, it's laughably unplayable. And, as with most low to mid-powered Windows 10 devices, having more than a handful of Google Chrome tabs opened at once will slow the Go to a crawl. All of this feels acceptable, given the device's 10-inch display, 1.15-pound weight, and reasonable battery life. We were also deeply disappointed to find that Microsoft's offerings of tablet-centric applications from the Microsoft Store are meager and, in many cases, kind of terrible. So get your brand new product mentioned, check the links in the description box below. Number 7, Huawei MediaPad M5. Huawei no longer sells its products or services within the US. Not everyone wants a large tablet with a generously sized on-screen keyboard for getting work done while they're on the go. If you don't already own a smartphone with a large display like the iPhone 12 Pro Max or Samsung's Note 20, the 8.4-inch Huawei MediaPad M5 could be of interest to you. While it only weighs 11.5 ounces, its aluminum body makes it feel almost as sturdy as the Samsung and Apple tablets reviewed in this guide. Its 8.4-inch IPS LCD display couldn't match the clarity, color, and inky blacks offered by our main pick, but we didn't find watching videos with the M5 to be unpleasant. After a few minutes of watching the video file used for our battery test, we scarcely noticed the lower resolution. You should also know that Huawei's track record for software updates isn't great. The M5 was provided with an update to Android 9 after release. Whether or not we'll see future updates to the tablet's operating system is anyone's guess. Number 8, Amazon Fire 7. With its low price and sturdy build quality, The Amazon Fire 7 tablet is cheap enough to give as a gift at your office Christmas party and has enough features to make receiving it as a gift feel like a win. As its name suggests, this tablet comes equipped with a 7-inch display. Don't expect any high-definition miracles here, it's only capable of outputting 720p content. The Fire 7's onboard storage options, 16GB or 32GB, are insufficient for most people to do much of anything outside streaming. If you plan on using this device to host local audio, video, or other files, you'll need to invest in a microSD card for a little digital breathing room. The Fire 7 can use microSD cards up to 256GB in size. Finally, out of all of the tablets reviewed for this guide, the Fire 7 is the only one that charges via micro USB, an older, more fragile connection technology, which charges and transfers data at a much slower rate than USB-C can. So these are the best tablets, which you can buy in this year. If you know any other tablets, which we missed in the video, you can tell us the name in the comment. Thanks for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe.